my great-grandfather's neck irons. And this is the padlock to his neck irons. This padlock goes through here, and this goes around the neck, and that's how they held him captive. These are walking ball and chains. And these would go through the lock on the neck iron, and the slave would carry these around so they wouldn't actually mobilize him entirely, but they would just sort of slow his mobility down. And this is a lock called a screw lock. You've heard the term that people use, they say screw you, you've heard that term? Well, actually it's a Civil War term that means that someone's going to get locked up. And you screw the lock in like this, and it comes open, you close the lock, and you screw it out, and this becomes the padlock, and this becomes the key. And that's where the term screw lock comes from. These are my great-grandfather's ankle irons. And they go around the ankle like this, as you can see, and then this slides through here, that tightens around the ankle, and that's how they held him captive. This is a quilt top that belonged to my great-grandmother, and this was started before the end of the Civil War, and it's a perfect example of craftsmanship that certain slaves possessed. And I don't know if you can see these stitches in here, but these are perfect stitches. And from there to there are 11 pieces. So this is really quite a unique piece. This piece here is called a drunkard's path. It's from the Underground Railroad. It means to follow the staggered path. And it's a very, very nice example of a telling quilt, which had encrypted code in there that taught slaves how to escape from captivity in the South to freedom in the North. This piece is called a mammy doll, and I'm sure you've all heard the term mammy. Mammy is actually a West African word which means matriarch. So this is all hand tatting, and it's a beautiful little doll, and it's called a topsy-turvy doll, because on one side is that doll, and you turn it over, and then there's a little doll on the opposite side, which is sort of reminiscent of the Caribbean slave trade, which was the first port of entry in the New World for the slaves. This is a piece called a coverlet that was made by Nancy Dunn Carell in 1878. It's a prime example of loom work that the slaves and certain parts of Missouri are famous for. As a matter of fact, this is a pattern that you see throughout the Ozark Mountains where I live.
Freeze that. Colors.
Glory, glory, hallelujah.